Did you just start the timer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're on the clock. We're on the clock.
Oh my god.
Okay, and 5, 4, 3. Hey. Okay, start the timer over.
What the? That was the creepiest hey I've ever heard. That's totally gonna be the intro.
Hello and welcome to 8-Bit Dad. I'm Zach Rosenberg.
And I'm Brian Ferguson. 8-Bit Dad is the modern parent source for real fatherly opinions, which is updated daily. On this show, we talk about some of the weekly top stories that we find and post on 8bitdad.com.
That's right. We are the founding fathers of 8-Bit Dad, and we aggregate parenthood news from across the web. We tackle important issues in the parenthood community, like that. And we feature exclusive interviews that you won't find anywhere else. That's the definition of exclusive. And we also blog about our personal lives. Don't get me out of this one. Why do I always do this right when I say blog about personal lives? We also blog about personal lives and relay our stories of triumph and sadness.
Yes, and if you have a story that you would like to see make it to our website and our show, you can email us at dads@8bitdad.com, or you can, if you want to contribute and write for our website, you can email us at contribute@8bitdad.com.
That's right, and you can follow us on Twitter, and that'd be twitter.com/8bitdads. You can like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/8bitdad.
And you can repin our shit on Pinterest, which is pinterest.com/8bitdads.
And you can join us on Google+. That'd be gplus.to/8bitdad.
Right there. So we're on episode 27, and this is the new mug show. We got our new mugs. I don't know if we're going to have a store up by Tuesday. That's my goal. It's just a stupid Zazzle store.
I heard that our store was going to be at Kane's Arcade.
It's not going to be at...
Because George isn't doing too well with the auto parts.
Well, I mean, we could sell our mugs there and give them away as prizes for the claw machine.
Mechanical claw machine.
So we're gonna try to see what else, you know, what other shit we can put our logos on, and you know, you can buy it, support us, and get some cool stuff. I think we got like some baby onesies that say "I heart my 8-bit dad" or something like that.
Yeah.
With a Nintendo controller thing. It's all fun until
games until some kid gets skin cancer from our onesie. And then we pass it off to Zazzle and say, "You take care of it."
So today's Earth Day. Speaking of
cancer,
I don't know how that. We have the worst transitions ever.
Man is the cancer of the earth. There you go. Thank you later for that transition.
For those that don't know, we we record these episodes 2 days in advance, and today is Sunday, April 22nd, and Earth Day. Today's Earth Day.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to read a giant paragraph.
I didn't know when I read it.
But the concept of Earth Day was pioneered by this guy John in like 1969 at the UNESCO conference in San Francisco. Earth Day was first observed.
Wait, the Nesquik conference?
The Nestle.
Nesquik.
The Nestle
chocolate
conference.
Cool.
Not the Hostess conference, which we are
which we're invited to.
We're invited to this year, actually. So
that'd be some news
if they still have the conference later. So, oh god. So yeah, this was first observed March 21st, 1970, which was the first day of spring for the northern hemisphere. Let's see, about the same
first
time.
Day of, like, winter for the southern hemisphere.
Yes,
suckers.
You got to say northern because otherwise people are gonna be like, no, you're fucking wrong.
Yes, totally.
It was founded by the United States Senator Gaylord Nelson.
It's a hell of a name. I do believe kids used to call me that in school.
Or Gaylord Full Nelson, which was the middle name. Full. It was an environmental teach-in first held on April 22nd, 1970.
Mm-hmm.
So while this April 22nd Earth Day was focused on the United States, an organization launched by Dennis Hayes, who was the original national coordinator in 1970, took it international in 1990 and organized events in 141 nations. And that's how Earth Day was created. Thanks, Wikipedia.
And nowadays, we observe Earth Day by absolutely not doing a fucking thing and destroying the environment.
With
everything.
Slacktivism.
Every fucking thing. Everything in the world. But I'm sure you'll change your Facebook picture, and that'll help Mother Nature as she cries herself to a slow, slow death.
Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Thank you.
But I did do some...
Shout out to humanity.
I did do some interesting stuff this weekend.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Well, Chimpanzee came out this weekend. This was the film spawned by Jane Goodall.
Did you know that chimpanzee in Chinese is Chimpanzee?
I did not know that.
Well, get up on your Chinese.
Wild stuff. But yeah, Chimpanzee was released on Friday, and I went and saw it on Friday.
It's supposed to be a strong fatherhood movie.
You know what?
Or something.
It's not really fatherhood related, but it's kind of...
But that's what the media jumped on, because there's so few like positive fatherhood movies. They're like, monkeys, it's a guy. Close enough, he's a father. He adopted him.
Well, yeah, it's an adoption story.
Yeah. It's a Disney movie, right? Did
it's
you say
Disney.
That?
Well, it's Jane Goodall, Disney. These, like, okay, I'll say this right now. The heroes...
I don't want to hear it.
Who the hell is calling me right now, dude? Fucking Ohio?
Just take it.
But, yeah,
Jane Goodall. You just fucking hung up on Jane Goodall. Good job.
She's like, oh my god, they're talking about me right now.
They're talking about me right now. I gotta get on the horn.
I'm flying across the United
What?
States.
They fucking sent me a voicemail.
I know.
Fuck them.
But yeah, the real like what do you want to call them? Heroes, not heroes, but the real stars of this movie are besides the chimpanzees are the...
Oh.
I know, sorry.
There's other heroes?
Are the cameramen.
Oh.
The people that spent and went to this like rainforest and spent, I don't even know how long they spent there.
Do they show you, like, is there like a behind the scenes thing?
Sort of, at the end of the movie.
Or whatever.
And they have lots of featurettes on their website.
Do they live in tree houses?
No.
Well, you lost my attention.
Sorry about that.
I'll be in the chat if you need me. What's up, Cyberdecker?
But the movie was really good, really touching, and if you don't cry, you're a fucking asshole. So there, I said it. But yeah, we went and saw this movie, my wife and I, and
Did you take your daughter?
Oh my god, no.
I mean, she's
almost 20 months old.
Yeah.
She's not gonna get it. She's gonna like sit there and...
Yeah, we couldn't figure because we saw, like, my wife and I saw your post on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we were like, man, I wonder if they took the...
And someone asked me that.
Kid.
My friend Jill asked me if it was good for kids because she heard it was really sad.
There was an article. There was kind of articles around the parenthood thing.
Yeah.
That were saying, like, should you take your kid or not? So.
And I think you should. I think you should take your kid. Jane Goodall.
Like, is there like an age?
No.
Thing.
Well, I think anyone under the age of like below talking. 3 or 4, I think, would be the cutoff on that. Just because they won't understand what's going. They can't really follow.
Is it narrated or is it just
narrated by Tim Allen? You can easily expect like Morgan Freeman to like kind of do this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or James Earl Jones.
Sorry, Tim Allen, but Morgan Freeman would have been my guess.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Shawshank Redemption. Like
when I met Andy Dufresne. I mean, come on, think about it.
You can't beat that.
These chimpanzees just got out of prison.
Don't even try. You're not even close.
The first day of prison.
The movie was rated G, so it's general audiences, all encompassing peoples. But it's really it hits different places. It hits different places for kids, and it just sacks you in the heart for an adult. Mm-hmm. As an adult, you will just cry your eyes out halfway through because it is terribly sad. They don't show anything graphic. I mean, the mother dies. That's
Well, thanks for ruining the beginning for me.
It's not like Star Wars where you're like, Darth Vader's his father.
What, him?
I know.
Fuck.
Sorry, I ruined that for you.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, God, this movie it's amazing. The cinematography is just beautiful. The way that it's very light, airy, open, simple story, but powerful. I recommend it. It's a great movie. All the proceeds go to the Jane Goodall Institute for the first weekend that it came out this weekend. So that's a good cause to help the chimpanzees, natural habitats. Yeah, I went and saw that. That was pretty cool. And then yesterday I went to the zoo. Which
is always a good follow-up.
It's always a good follow-up. Because
animals in their wild habitat.
Because nothing says, let's celebrate wildlife by going to the zoo and looking at some sad animals. Oh my god.
Now you went to the LA Zoo, right?
I went to the LA Zoo.
I went to the LA Zoo for since I was 11.
Me too. This was my first time in about 15 years that I've been there.
How is that place nowadays?
It is it's sad. It's sad for me to go there, and I was kind of saying this over text yesterday, but it's who wants to fucking text that much? Except chicks. But kind of, maybe. I don't know.
If you're a chick, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not really. But I'm on the fence about zoos. I think you and I had kind of resolved that it could be done better.
Yeah, and I have an article about this that I'm going to be writing and releasing maybe Tuesday.
So let's not do that. But my opinion was always
but I agree with your opinion.
It was it's on one hand, if they're out in the wild, it's less regulated, and some asshole's going to fucking hunt this colorful parrot, and put him in his living room or something, or other animals are going to kill each other because that's just what nature does. So on one hand, it's nice actually preserving them. And there's some animals that are at these zoos that are you look at them and you're these are endangered species. These are the two in Northern America.
Well, here's the thing with that. Hold on a second. I just lost my fucking thought, dude.
Here it comes.
The thing is with zoos is that you have more room for concession stands and shops and shit than you do for the actual animals.
Yeah, totally.
It's based around the entertainment aspect of charging people to get in, to look at these animals, and the animals just do not, they depending on when you go, they look pissed off.
Yeah.
They look sad as shit.
Yeah.
We went to the chimpanzees. There's maybe 5 chimps that were out, and they look sad as fuck. Their eyes, compared to the eyes that you see in the movie, Chimpanzee, or any other documentary where they're just in the wild.
Planet Earth show.
Yeah. Their eyes look just awake. In the wild, they look awake. They look, passionate. They look alive. And in the zoo, they just look like they're sleeping. They look like they're tranquilized mentally. And it is the saddest thing to kind of compare it to. And, the interesting thing, I'll write about this too, and I'm fucking talking about it right now, but who gives a shit?
Blow it for everyone.
It's a 15-minute show already. But the interesting thing for me was hearing other parents, talk to their kids. Walking around, I was kind of having this ear to the ground where I was listening to other parents and what they would say to their kids, and it was like being at a restaurant for these people. It's they would ask, the parents would ask, the people that work at the zoo, oh, do you have any parrots? Do you have any macaws?
Yeah.
They were asking for fucking lobster at a restaurant. Oh, do you have any lobster? Because I would love to get some lobster right now. And the way that they were, talking to their kids, saying, "Oh, we got to go see the elephants now." We gotta go see, it's like a Disneyland ride. Oh, let's go on Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, let's go see the tigers. They're treating these animals as rides, and that just it blew my mind.
Which that's another on the fence thing, because on one hand it's naturally people are going to ask about it, people want to see certain things.
It is the zoo.
Yeah, it is that's what you're there for. It's kind of like any evil that happens in the zoo, within the zoo, is already excused because the zoo itself is the evil. Yeah. It's when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. It's if you're already in the zoo, you might as well fucking treat these animals like pieces of meat, anyway, because that's what you're there for.
Well, I think that there just has to be a better way.
Yeah.
There has to be a better way for people to look at animals up close without having, you know, half of the park be dedicated to like making money for fucking shit that you buy, fake animals, you know, T-shirts and
Totally.
fucking. I was
saying
there's like this huge open area where there's like this broken down merry-go-round that could be used to expand a facility.
Yeah.
There's like this
Give some
giant
animals some running
fucking
room.
park that nobody is using. And there's all this open space and they just do not expand because I don't know why. It's probably financially related. But it is like, whew, as an adult, it's a, you know, because I wanted to get some answers for my kid when she asks why are these animals in a zoo? You know, what do you tell your kids? It's like,
Speaking of watching animals, is your cat peeling the shit off right now?
yeah, we had to move the litter box
Awesome.
down here.
Perfect. But you know, one of the criticism I had, and I've been going to the Santa Barbara Zoo, which is a lot smaller, a lot more like intimate, a lot fewer animals. Like, you know, you're like lucky if you get something that you're like looking for.
Yeah.
You know, there's like 2 lions and you never see them because they're like, whatever, like we said. Hey, cat scratch. Cat really is peeling the shit off right now. Perfect.
Earth Day.
Awkward. But one of the things that pissed me off about the Santa Barbara Zoo is that they have a show called How to Train Your Dinosaur.
Oh yeah, you told us about that.
And I mean, of all the fucking things you could teach a kid at a zoo, they have a show about a goddamn fake dinosaur. Like, for Christ's sake, like, bring out a fucking something and show people about like how great certain animals are with something. Like, teach us something real. This one, they try to get this animal to come out and fucking brush his teeth. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. What's going on here?
Again with the
you know, and then the second most popular thing at that zoo is their like play area where they have like literally like a park inside the zoo, and you're like, bastards, like this could be more room for the elephants to walk around in. Like the elephants are walking around in like an area that's the size of a goddamn like my apartment.
Do they have electric fences there for the elephants?
I don't think they're electric. Because
we saw the elephants on where they had to roam around.
Yeah.
And they have these giant fences like fucking, you know, what's that dinosaur movie?
Oh, all done, Schnookums? You sure you don't have another
the fucking dinosaur movie, Jurassic Park. They have these giant, like, fences, and you can hear, like, the pop, pop.
Like, as, like, bugs fly into it and shit?
You can hear it. It's a fucking electric fence. And I don't know how many run-ins they've had with these slow-ass elephants, like, wanting to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But there's I don't know.
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
the
need for an
part.
electric fence. So
or maybe there are. I mean, fuck, maybe the clientele is fucking with them. Did you see there's a story going back for round 2, Kid Cat. A couple of years ago, there's this video of this kid. It haunted me for like months, and I don't know why it haunted me, but it did. But there's this kid in Australia who was in some zoo in Australia. I just said Australia, right?
Yeah, you did.
I'm doubling up on it today.
Double down.
So there's this kid in some unnamed place, and he got into the like reptile area.
Yeah.
The dude literally like picked up like geckos and shit like that and was throwing them over the wall into the alligator area.
Oh my god.
These fucking geckos and shit were like endangered species, and the zoo was thinking about suing the parents for like millions of dollars.
They should.
That they didn't have, of course, but
fuck them.
You know, like, I mean, they were like, that was the one of those that exists. So,
wow.
But I don't know. I had this mental image of this kid like they have the video of this kid like walking through and like just putting him over the railing.
Oh my god!
And then the alligator like coming out of the water and going, you know, and like going back into the water again. The thing like it haunted me for like months. Like I'd close my eyes and see this kid like throwing things. I'm not even that big of like an animal advocate, and it disturbed me. But
yeah, my wife's an animal advocate, and she
was not stoked about the zoo.
She's not stoked about the zoo, and especially circuses. So.
Oh yeah, well, circuses are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
If you've seen Dumbo,
fucking
you know how they operate,
movie.
And that's not even real.
But yeah, I basically wrote an article right now.
Yeah. Well, just
fuck it.
Have Siri
translate it.
Put that into. I gotta stop watching your cat.
You gotta stop doing that, dude.
All right, so we had a
podcast
question of the week.
What's the best single bit of parenting advice you've got?
That's usually like what you ask on like the last show. That's like the send off question. What's the best bit of advice you got? just let us know because we're not going to be back. You guys take over. But
I had some good advice and I forgot it. Apparently not that good.
I think you already gave me your good advice last week when you said to face backwards on the toilet when you shit.
Oh, that's it's comfortable. I guess my bit of advice, my 8-bit of advice,
yes,
would be to enjoy when your kid is small. Seriously, that's like the simplest fucking
You gotta remember
thing.
Sometimes.
You gotta enjoy your kid while they're small because they grow up way too fast. Seriously.
Well, and there's so much shit you can dwell on, so much bad shit you can dwell on. The don't touch this and don't do that and don't go here and don't touch that and don't put shit on your face and don't, eat shit off the carpet. There's so much of that like, it's good to like just sit and enjoy them from time to time.
Yeah, especially when they're a baby and they can't do shit, because you really gotta, that doesn't last long at all.
Yeah, smell them when they're little.
Yeah,
that baby smells so nice.
What do you got?
Just from me or from people?
Yeah, people.
I don't know, man. I got a lot. That's why I asked these guys.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know. I don't know. There's a million.
Well, what's your most important advice?
Most important? God. My most important, I think I said this on like show 1 or something. And it came from my dad. He told me right like the night that my kid was born, probably the next day when I was freaking out, remember that there are people in far worse situations and far worse places raising kids and they come out fine.
Yeah.
So just don't flip out when something stupid and small happens. Like, there are kids born in fucking dumpsters. Well, they're usually born in like bathroom stalls and then put in the dumpster. But there's kids like born in alleys. There's kids born in like,
cars,
inner cities and things, and they turn out. Nothing against inner cities, but like for a guy like me, when I'm thinking like, oh my God, I don't have any bottled water to bring to the delivery room. Like, there's people that don't have like delivery rooms
or water.
Or like you watch that movie Babies, which is on Netflix, and you should watch it with your kid. Incredible. Kids love it.
Really?
But yeah, well, my kid did. He'd stand in front of the TV and just watch these babies like.
Oh, I should
interact.
Do that.
She'd
my daughter loves babies.
She'd love it. She'd love that.
Anytime she sees a baby, she's like, "Bee, bee."
Yeah. Oh, she'd love it. And it's all around the planet. There's a couple African titties in the movie, but whatever. That's what they do.
It's all right.
If you don't like talk it up, the babies are like, whatever, it's natural.
They don't know any better.
But yeah, it's like there's people. You watch these babies in Africa, like literally sitting out in the dirt naked, playing with like a corn cob, while like a dog licks their toes. And you're like, suddenly I'm not so worried about.
Suddenly we're the best parents in the world.
I'm not so worried about my kid licking the light socket.
But seriously, they can't. That's their life. Our lives are completely different.
Worry-based lives
where we have first world problems. And
my internet's down. Shit.
Fuck! I can't get that blog up that I really wanted to.
Yeah, totally.
I
hate when websites go down like at 4 in the morning when I'm like writing a story at 4 in the morning and like the website goes down, like not ours, because ours is always up.
Yeah.
But the magazine network.
It reminds me of that Louis C.K. bit where he's describing what is, it's really him, but he's describing like another person that's on a plane.
Yeah.
And he's like, the internet went down, and like this guy next to me is like, fucking bullshit, He's like, dude, you're on a plane.
Yeah.
Like, did you just sit down and magically fly through the air?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But Ben has this guy Ben commented.
Do we know like which Ben that is? We know a couple.
No idea. Oh, dadofthedecade.com.
Is that Ben Wakeling?
He has a Boston hat on and fucking Red Sox yesterday. Fuck you. Fuck Valentine.
Yeah, what happened?
I have no idea. They blew an 8-run fucking 8-0 lead and lost 15-8. Thank you.
Okay.
Red Sox management. But Dad of the Decade.
Ben Jackson.
Ben Jackson. He says, worry less, play more. The kids will be okay.
That's
fine, and that kind of goes along with what you just said. So.
Take him to the park and just kick a ball around.
Yeah.
And just let him fucking roll around and just be fun.
Yeah.
Nick Knowles.
Nick Knowles.
Which, God damn it, Nick, where have you been? We want you to write for us.
He's on a boat somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle.
Nick, we love that guy. And he just disappeared.
He's got great articles.
Anyway.
Check out Real World Math on our site.
No. That's someone else. That's Richard Law.
Never mind. Edit.
Just
hold for edit.
Go to our About page and click on Nick's name or something. I'd fucking just search for him. Just shut up. Just fucking shut up. But Nick said...
That's Richard Law. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Richard Law's Real World Math.
Fuck.
It's all right. I fucked up like 2 names last week, and we didn't even skip a beat on it.
Whatever.
So Nick Knowles says, remember who you are and what you are.
Yes.
When my dad said this, it had a decidedly religious bent, but I think that's great advice for any person, especially dads. And it's a little mysterious and navel-gazy, but that makes it a good one to ponder, regardless of who or what you might be. Remember who you are and what you are.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Dr. Seuss quote. I think it is, right?
I think.
Those who mind don't matter, and those
who matter don't
mind. Something like that. Bernard M. Baruch. I don't know why to say it like that.
Lucy...
I thought that was a Dr. Seuss quote. Whatever. I like that quote.
Lucy said, and I don't know if this is Lucy Maffel.
I think it is, yes.
Who is Raul Colon's mom,
yes.
I think.
Papaheroes.com.
Papaheroes.com.
There you go.
She said, to the future new parents, prepare yourselves. Wherever you go with the baby, along will come some shit with opinions. Oh, fuckers. With opinions and advice. Patience.
She wrote fuckers? What?
No, she wrote insert expletive, so I put a couple on there.
Oh, okay.
This is what our parent mentor wrote to me and another dad-to-be. Regards, Lucy.
All right.
So, to future new parents, prepare yourselves. Wherever you go with the baby, along will come some asshole with opinions and advice. It's true.
Yeah.
Or the American version of that, which I don't know if that's not American, but is opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink.
Yep.
Happens in parenting.
Justin Ion says, Hugh Jackman always gave the following advice: do not drop the baby.
And don't. Wait till they're like...
at least 3 months old.
Yeah. I was going to say even longer, like 2 years.
Oh.
Wait till they're 2.
Okay.
2-year-olds are like cats. They'll like...
yeah, they'll...
land on their feet.
Natural reflexes. Cyberdecker says in our chat right now, just letting your kid do their own thing is pretty important to them. Let them make mistakes and let them discover on their own.
I just bit my nail on the ear.
Like that. You can discover your own mistakes just like that. Still going
they
strong.
do need to, God, communication's so big with kids. Like, especially at this age, I'm learning that. Is like, you really got to, like, take a knee, get on their level, and, just... like let them encourage them to learn something themselves.
There's no talking to my daughter right now.
Yeah,
she's 19 months old and sassy.
Yeah, and she's just getting to the communication level.
Yeah,
anyway,
she's just
they hit this level where all of a sudden they're not just about crying when they're hungry, crying when they're tired, crying when they're this, crying when they start forming thoughts and using them.
Yeah, my daughter started saying no.
Great and bad. Oh, I remember that.
Which is good for some communication, but not good for eating.
Yeah.
When she doesn't want to eat something, she's like, no.
No. No.
No. No.
And you're like, eat the food.
No.
Tina? Tina, eat the food.
Napoleon. Eat the food.
Eat the food, Tina.
So we had a first story, which is your story.
Yes. I love being first.
Yes. Your blog post. Whoops.
Yes, it was a blog post from this week. I figured, fuck it. It's been a while. You know what happened?
What's the title of this? Read the fucking title. Fucking scroll it down. I like
to ease into it.
Fucking scroll it down. Just open it up. Come on.
Scroll it down, baby.
Yeah.
Is sometimes I forget I'm not alone.
You have to say it like that.
Sometimes I forget I'm not alone. I've had a lot of trying days lately with my kid.
Yeah. Well, he's 3.
Yeah. I always hated the terms terrible 2s and terrible 3s because it's such a pass off. Well, they're just bad at this age. That's what my the devil on my shoulder always sounds like. He's so bad, just let him be. He's like a
It's pretty effeminate.
More feminine version of the honey badger guy.
Look
Actually,
at
that's
that
what he sounds
shit.
like.
Yeah.
Look at your fucking kid. He's so fucking shitty right now. God, he's in like the terrible twos. It's going to last for the next 5 years.
Look at that fucker jump around.
Does he have a cobra in his mouth?
Oh my god, look at that shit.
So, yeah, he's basically had a cobra in his mouth for years now. But no, he's just been like just such a firecracker. But it's totally normal, and I forget sometimes that like everyone goes through this shit.
He's a boy.
And he's a boy.
He's a young lad.
So he's testing. It's like, when you were little and you catch those like roly-poly things.
Yeah.
And like you'd put him in like a margarine tin or something, or a margarine cup. I don't fucking know. And they'd like just run around the outside of the cup trying to find their way out.
Okay.
Like that's what kids do at a certain age. Mm-hmm. And that's what my kid is doing. So I just get so like, he's hitting, he's kicking, he's spitting. I mean, fuck this kid. But sometimes I forget. Like everyone goes through that.
Yeah.
So I went to Twitter and like posted a call for help, and basically said, I came home and was immediately putting my son on the naughty chair for hitting. I hate battling like this. I feel low.
Yeah.
And I put the dad's talking hash on it. And like immediately 3 dudes came to my rescue, and I was so excited. We talked for like 2 hours kind of off and on while we were all like kind of with our kids in the evening. We were all like on our phones tweeting.
Yeah.
So
I love, Twitter is like getting more and more awesome.
Yeah.
Because like it's like a giant text messaging platform for
it's like
the
you're
world.
all in a chat room for like not at once. Delayed reaction chat room.
It's cool.
So me and these 3 other guys were talking about parenting instead of really parenting. No, we were we were all kind of like hanging out with our kids, and just kind of we fell into this conversation. And the 3 guys that I was talking to were Joe, who is of Man versus Dadhood, or Manhood versus Dadhood, and you can find him on Twitter. He's there. John, who is Daddy's in Charge? Question mark. He's also on.
Is that what it really is?
Yeah, that's
question mark.
It's Daddy's in Charge. Maybe. He's also a Huffington Post writer for parenting.
All right.
And Chris, who was in our chat room right before the show started.
Oh, he had to leave?
He is a Canadian dad.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, he was like,
I gotta go, bitches.
Gotta go, kids are home. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
But you said you're not kid-friendly. We're not. So, we just kind of went back and forth for like a couple hours, basically, on just all of us have kids between basically the ages of like 2 and 5. And everyone's going through it, and it was just so nice to see like other guys come in and be like, my kid's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And maybe it was a little commiserating where we all kind of just said like, fuck, I'm doing it, and I'm doing it, and we're doing it, we're going through it. But we all kind of just bounced ideas off each other, and just we all said basically, yes, we're all fucked, and it's okay because it passes.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the cool thing, was we didn't really try to solve each other's problems. We just kind of lent an ear and said, yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
And let's move on.
And it's very hard for men to do. Men want to solve things all the time. I mean, it's a pretty generic stereotype. But so is women with, the nurturing in nature.
Well, yeah, and women want to solve things too. I mean, if we were 4 women, we would have been like, oh, you know what you need to do, girlfriend? You need to put Tabasco on his arm if he's biting and make him fucking bite it. And you know what you need to do? You need to put soap in his mouth. You know what you need to do? You need to blah, blah, blah. But so it's nice to like not have that with this conversation.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, yeah.
To just listen.
Fuck it.
That is like the stereotype of men, is like that they just don't listen. So it was good to like sit and listen. And on Twitter it's like nice because you have like
a character
limit. You do have that like that delay. That too. You have a delay where it's not
you
like
get to think about it. And
it's you're not like under any pressure where you're like, this guy is waiting for me to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you don't get yelled at if you're
sorry,
slow to respond or something.
Yeah, like and we all kind of like we were talking, and then eventually we started talking about video games because that's what.
Really quick, my wife gets mad when her mom doesn't respond to her text message within 5 minutes. It's like, come on, just give him a second.
Yeah, my wife
has to go through space.
My wife will get the text message from her mom and then text her back and then call her, and I'm like, one goddamn medium, please. Jesus Christ. But
awesome.
But yeah, so that's kind of the whole story, was like, we all have kids, we're all going through the same thing, and
yeah, it's really cool.
We're all gonna go through it.
Shit.
Family portrait. I just found as many pictures of Johnny Five from Short Circuit as I could to put them on the article. Whenever
Did
I
you
cover
put-
heavy topics.
Oh no,
No, that was
that's
like
actually real.
That's from their production. That's actually a Coke ad that came out during that time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But
Recent family portraits.
but that's that. You know, like I'm really thankful that that Joe, John, and Chris were able to kind of come to my rescue, and we were all. It seemed like we were all able to help each other out with the different various issues that all of our kids are having. We talked about video games, which is awesome. Everyone evidently is playing Mario Kart with their kids.
That's cool.
And evidently it's also hard to rip their kids off of Mario Kart like it is with ours.
Do they have a handicap for kids on Mario Kart?
No, you just let them sit there.
All right.
You just don't get frustrated when they go in circles. And just let them. I'm going to throw up. Why does this happen every show?
Like bumpers for bowling, you know?
Yeah, like just puts them down. Well, there's a couple power-ups. Like if you fall too far behind, it'll give you like the bullet bill. And when you press the button to activate it, like it takes you forwards like a third of the track.
Oh, okay.
So that's good.
That's cool.
But yeah, so Dad's talking hashtag.
There you
if you're
go.
a dad, use it. And you can read a little bit more about that hashtag on the article.
Yeah, cool.
Done.
Awesome. Next story. Mom glued to laptop while watching her kids at Disneyland. This was submitted
That's the way to go.
by my friend. I'm not going to name names.
Charles.
Whatever. Because I don't want this lady to get pissed off and sue us.
Super Charles.
But my friend went to Disneyland with his wife and 2 kids. And I took this photo of this lady who brought her laptop to Disneyland and was glued to it in line the entire time. He witnessed this and just said, "Oh my God, check this out."
Followed her around. I would have like tried to get behind her and like seen what she was doing.
What could
That's
possibly...
what I would have been the asshole like behind her with the phone over his shoulder taking pictures. I'm like, fuck, look at that.
And like he said that
is blogging.
He said she was glued to that thing. Like my friend said, she was glued to that thing the whole time too, except for when she got mad at her kid for bumping into the laptop.
Or she's probably a travel blogger. She's probably part of that Disney moms thing.
The husband was just like, whatever. I guess he has to put up with her doing this shit. So
because she's a fucking Disney mom travel blogger, and he's on the trip for free because she was there probably.
My God, but what the hell?
Is that your friend's wife?
Yeah.
Like
I had to blur her face.
Giving like
that
the
extra.
super smiles, like
Yeah.
she's like, "Do you see what's going on behind me?"
She was in focus,
God.
and I had to blur her out. So.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Oh, nice camera, able to focus foreground and background.
Yep.
What's he using to shoot these days?
I don't know. Photoshop.
Canon Mark II. Something?
But yeah, this was an interesting kind of sight to see, and I wonder how other parents felt, because my friend was just kind of like, I'm going to use the word aghast to the fact that she's not watching her kids, and
well, and like you
she's
said,
more interested in the computer.
Like you said,
she brought a fucking computer in a line.
And like you said, there's the internet and phones. Like if I was at Disneyland and wanted to relay something, I'd be like, oh, TweetDeck, da la 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 la, and that'd be that.
I don't know. There's better ways to do parenting.
And with your phone, you can just say, "Hey guys, I'm at the log jammer right now." And
Captain's log.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll fucking do it. It'll do it, lady. That's a MacBook too, right? Because it's white.
Yeah, it's like my laptop.
So hey,
she's carrying my laptop around in line.
You're already doing Apple, so just
good fucking God.
I guarantee she was some sort of travel
This could have been a
blogger.
dad too, and I would have been equally as pissed off.
Yeah.
So take that, mom bloggers.
I guarantee that.
Bloggers, I don't know.
There's the Disney Moms like program of like basically like citizen PR people for Disney. Like it's called Disney Moms. Hey, but dads are welcome because that flies.
I emailed them and they said,
It's like 80% moms.
we talked about this on one of the shows where I said, they
Fucking
whatever.
not that, but
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
it's cool.
Live show.
There's usually one per show.
One bleep. Yeah. So there's that. Fun times. I have a bigger umbrella article that I'm kind of have in the back end working on. Up here, I'm working on it. But this will be tied into that article about technology and parenting.
I start one of those like every couple months, and it just sits in drafts.
It's been in the drafts for a couple months.
I had one that was about like not giving your kid your iPhone before the iPhone 4 came out.
Yeah, now you gotta update it.
And then I updated it to say like now that the iPhone 4 just came out, and then I had to update it saying now that the iPhone 4 has been out for a while, and then I just kind of gave up, and I'm like, oh, I'll come back to that when the iPhone 5's out.
Next story. Okay, so that's the two stories that we wanted to cover on our website. Now
we go to a segment we like to call Trolling Parenthood Sites.
Okay. So we're going to hit Babbel again.
Let's hit Babbel. That's always a great place to start.
Let's hit it.
So it's called When Dad's in Charge, Toddler Tossing.
They picked up this video that was from 3 years ago, I think. Let's see.
Well, they got to have updated content daily. God knows you can't find a real story.
Let's see how old this is. This was uploaded in December 23rd, 2007.
Now, the article by Ilana Wiles. I haven't read any of her other stuff. I think I have, though. I remember that name for something.
Yeah.
But she says, my friend sent me the video below because he thought it was awesome.
3 years ago.
Awesome?
5 years ago. It's been 5 years.
But don't you think it's totally dangerous? Can't that child get seriously hurt? Uh-oh, did I just turn into my mother over a course of 36 seconds? My friend says he's thrown his kid pretty far into the couch cushions and thinks the angle of the camera makes the toddler tossing in question appear much more extreme than it probably was in reality. Blah, 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 toddler tossing. I know this chick is, like, disgusted by it. Oh, man, this just made me feel bad about myself. I have a book that I've been meaning to review forever. I've got, like, 3 books that I really want to review, so if you guys can just fucking leave me alone for a while, I'm going to review these books. But it might be a video review at this point where I'm like, see this page? Amazing. See this page? Ooh.
Look at that shit. Page 3.
Look
Fuck
at this.
Yeah.
Oh. But actually, you could do that with this one book because it's called The Art of Roughhousing. It's by
Dude,
two
we
fathers.
should seriously do some reviews like that.
And
like the Honey Badger.
like Honey Badger reviews?
Like Honey Badger reviews for kids. Oh my god, we got to do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
I got a story for you after the show.
All right.
Kind of related to that. But yeah, The Art of Roughhousing, which is going to be coming up soon.
Yeah.
Soon. They sent it to me like last year.
All right.
And I remember I like groveled to get the book. I was like, hey, did I miss the release of this book? OMG, is it too late? Can you send me a copy? They're like, no problem. It's on the way. And I felt like shit every single day since they sent it to me because I haven't reviewed it.
Whatever.
It was like right before Go the Fuck to Sleep came out. So like,
oh, okay, yeah,
all of a sudden that came out and I was like, oh, drop everything. Go the Fuck to Sleep came out. Anyway, so Art of Roughhousing, look for it. But so, yeah, you know, it's like,
how far away do you think this pillow is?
How far is too far to throw a toddler? Maybe that should be our next podcast question. I don't know. I go pretty hard with my kid.
I don't know. I mean, like, you'd have to compare. Oh, sorry.
Little people
tossing. Little people tossing. That doesn't have a good ring to it. But
you know, my wife
have to bleep now.
I don't know.
Fuck.
My wife is constantly afraid of the amount of roughhousing that my kid and I do.
This looks like about 6 feet.
But he has one of those big. There's a shop in the mall, and this is not my term for it, but this is what they're called, love sacks. But he has a giant love sack that he's tossing this kid onto.
That's where his kid came from.
It's where his kid came from. It's where he's going. Okay, so yes.
Love sack, baby, love sack. Ba-na-na. Sorry.
Talking about the love. So the author.
We just came up with our new. That's the title
Talking
of this.
About the love.
Episode 27, Love Sack. There you go.
So Ilana Wiles, she closes out her article before showing you the video.
Right.
With, it's all fun and games until dad misses his target, right? Yes, actually. And that's kind of the case with a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of tug of war going on about whether you should like roughhouse with your kids or not. These days, a lot of the mom sites are like, how far is too far? And a lot of the dad sites are like, how not far is too not far. I don't know. Fuck. I mean, it really is a case of it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. I mean,
just like the the Christmas story, and you'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Did you like that?
Exactly.
Kids have BB guns, like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Not sell BB guns because one stupid asshole can't control his shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think does this video look dangerous or too far or whatever?
This is fine. I mean,
I think it's fine.
There's a shit ton of more dangerous shit out there.
I think it's fine. I mean, it's like when the Wii came out and everyone was saying like, well, this is great until some kid gets hit in the face with a controller.
And that didn't happen.
There's a million of videos of people hitting their kid in the face. And it's like, what are you going to do? Not sell the fucking system because someone can get hit in the face?
Yeah.
Potentially?
Well, I think this is like controlling... This is like
what do you fucking feed your kids that,
your kid and throwing them. So...
Well, it's like, what do you feed your kid that could potentially give them cancer? Like, everything. So, where do you draw the line? Yes, okay, she has a point. Yes.
This kid's
throwing your kid
great
across
time.
the room can be... it can be more dangerous than, I don't know, giving your kid a hot dog.
Or skateboarding with your kid.
Yeah, or skateboarding with your kid.
Did you see that video?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That dad should be...
Let's play it right now. We'll play it right now. But this, if you haven't seen this video right now,
it almost made me
playing,
throw up, actually. I saw
this kid, this dude, this fucking asshole, is on his fucking skateboard about to go down, and he falls.
He's about to like drop in on a
and he uses his kid's head as a cushion to break his fall. It's just like,
I mean, poor
oh my god, like
dad.
this.
I think a lot of people, like, I saw that on Reddit, and a lot of the people that commented were like, God, I hope it's his uncle, and I hope the dad killed him.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
Totally. Like, I really hope that was like the uncle. And that the dad, like, saw the video and was like...
So that guy's a douchebag.
By the way,
this
Uncle
guy...
Dick, you're
this
dead.
Kid's having fun. It's not going off of a fucking pool on a skateboard. I've done shit like this plenty of times when I was a kid by myself. Who's to say that a dad, can't help out? I don't know. Like, it seems fine. The kid's having a good time with it. Until something goes wrong, you don't do it anymore.
Or, just like Cyberdecker said in our chat on the parenting advice... Let them make mistakes and let them discover on their own.
There you go.
If the mistake is throwing them a foot too far and
fuck it,
having them land right in the corner right there.
Yeah,
that's the one thing. Maybe you want to do this like...
Maybe you want to do it in a more padded...
Maybe you want to have a bigger throw area, but...
I don't know. It's okay. I wouldn't do it, but...
I wouldn't personally do it, but I'll fight for your right to be able to.
I flip my kid upside down and I fucking swing her around and, who's to say that's a bad idea? Who's to say throwing your kid up in the air and then trying to catch him again... is a good idea.
Yeah, it's
how many people do that? How many people like fucking throw their kid up in the air and then maybe miss?
It's a slippery slope.
So,
argument.
Fuck, I don't know.
Man. I got my kid in a figure 4 and I would not let him go. I was like, take it, fucking take it, tap out. If you don't like it, tap out. I didn't really.
All right, next story. First time dads. Duh. I messed that up. Start again.
Let's just
start over.
Welcome to Ape Dad. Zach Rosenberg.
First-time dads dote on their kids on social media, and this talks about everything that we're doing. This was a part study by Edelman, by our friend Missy, that you've been talking to.
Yes, they hate me, actually. They're not getting
all right. Missy Mayer, Edelman's director of Mom Foresight, and she said the dad's role has large implications for marketers.
The Rocketeer, actually.
She says, dads today demand work-life balance. Dads today demand work-life balance and play a larger role at home by choice. Marketers, in particular, need to think about how dads are impacting and influencing decisions when it comes to their families and the brands they are choosing. So she's saying that dads are, exactly what we are, what we've been feeling is that they've had a rising role in blogging and industry.
Which, by the way, she's Edelman's director of Mom Foresight. They may not have a director of Dad Foresight. I think I'm going to go apply.
I think you should.
I'm going to write up a resume for them and a cover letter and send it on in, and just tell them I'm going to show up Monday. I'm just going to be like, you know what? I'll see you in the office on Monday.
Yep.
I hope they're local.
It's just like do a George Costanza.
I'll show up with like my box of shit for my desk. Where do I put my mug?
So,
you guys got a break room?
Which office am I in?
Yeah.
Or?
Can I have the corner one? It looks empty. Like, there's actually a conference going on in there. Yeah. I'll just set up in the corner by the windows.
I'm working on the Peterman file. But yeah, I mean, there showed more than she's. Fuck. Okay. I was not prepared for this article. I don't know if you know that.
That's how we do it.
But there There was a survey, conducted in conjunction with public relations from Edelman, showing that more than 40% of dads with kids under the age of 2 who use social networks to write family-related status updates on a daily basis. Additionally, 56% post family photos at least a few times a week. I do that. While 21% post family-related videos. Increasing percentage of fathers are engaging on, social media.
Edelman's quickly becoming like a really father-friendly advertising agency. Like every time there's been an official fatherhood thing lately, it's been with Edelman.
Yeah.
They were working with that Ad Age for that fatherhood study. They're working with Huggies. They're working with this, or they're hitting it.
And do you know that 1 of 6 fathers are stay-at-home dads?
I did not know that.
They did a study of only 600 dads, but
so
it's a small
100 of them were
small sample.
They didn't ask me. They don't like.
They
me.
got their results,
like me anymore.
and
I'm gonna email them.
Yeah,
see if they need that director of father foresight.
Well, this guy Mark Wildman.
Mark Wildman.
It's like a.
Or if he's German, Wildemann.
It's like his own. He's got like a built-in Top Gun name.
Mark Wildman.
What's up, Wildman?
You can be my wingman anytime. Fuck you, asshole. I'll be yours. Or you'll be mine.
I don't know how that happens. Gay movie. Vice president and group publisher of magazine and digital media for the Parenting Group.
Oh, which they do parenting.com.
Yeah,
Parenting magazine. That's why. Yeah, they've been working with parenting a lot. Edelman has.
Yeah, and he says, I don't just view myself as a provider, the nurturing, the cooking, and the food buying. I'm doing it in partnership with my wife.
Now, don't get me started on the Parenting Group. Okay, fine, get me started. Did you? Yes. Okay, here we go. That fucking site, like, come on, like that's another one of those things where it's like, welcome to the parenting, welcome to parenting.com, where we tailor ourselves towards mothers, and dads are welcome too, in parentheses. It's like all these things about mothers, mom, mothers, women, fashion, and then they're like, oh, and we have a dad blogger.
Putting baby in the corner.
I think parenting, I always mess this up because I always fuck up parents and parenting, but I think parenting is the one that has Sean Bean as their official dad blogger, and he's like the only dad blogger. And Sean's a really well-spoken guy. He was a speaker at
and he looks like Joey Lawrence.
He looks like Joey Lawrence. And he was at the Dad 2.0 summit. I mean, who wasn't?
Except us? Because we're not dad bloggers.
But we're the news behind the news.
Didn't we just cover a dad blog story of yours?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, it was fucking $500 just to get into the conference. Then the flight down, then the this, then the that.
I'd rather, I don't know. Fuck it.
I'm busy, a lot of these dudes, I'm going to generalize here.
Do it.
I'm guessing a lot of these dudes are either stay-at-home dads or, own their own marketing firms and are able to say, I'm going to go down here for marketing purposes.
For business. That's their business is writing online.
We're peons. So
fuck.
We are bringing home...
I think we're worse than peons. I think we're like groundlings, where we look up at the
stage. And not the comedy club.
Nope.
Because that'd be cool.
It would.
You get a lot of people from Saturday Night Live on there.
Yeah.
From there.
Are they in Canada? No, that's Chicago. What am I thinking of? Fuck it. Moving on.
I don't know.
55 minutes.
Upright Citizens
Holy
Brigade?
shit. Fuck. So, dads becoming a more powerful source in social media. Advertisers, we're ready for you. PR friendly.
Anytime you want to... We are PR friendly. We're a PR friendly dad blog.
We are PR friendly.
Operating out of Los Angeles, California. However, you can find us worldwide on the internet.
So, fuck, I don't know.
EIGHTBITDAD.com.
So, check that article. It's on Mashable. It's from fucking Business News Daily, which is a hell of a name for someone. Oh, it's a Mashable publishing partner. It's not just a
fucking person. You're not just a president, they're the client.
All right. Well, this episode is finally
In the dirt?
in the dirt.
So,
Fuck it.
what do we got coming up?
Nothing.
That's not true.
Oh.
So, we got a little upcoming event.
Yeah. What happened this last week?
Well, Hostess had seen our intro from last week, which was us either complimenting or dissing the shit out of their chocolate Twinkies commercial.
It was called Chocolate Cream.
Or chocolate cream.
Yes.
Twinkies, comma, chocolate cream.
With Tay Zonde.
With Tay Zonde, which was a very catchy song.
Chocolate Cream.
Chocolate
Chocolate Cream. I think they know how
There
it
we go
goes
again,
now.
yeah. So they saw it. Hostess saw it and got in touch with us on Twitter and said, "Oh man, we love we loved it, that you had fun with it, and blah 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 blah." We did have fun with it, admittedly.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it was it was totally organically natural, which is kind of like I don't know, same thing twice, but whatever.
That's all right. It's Earth Day.
Yeah.
You can't have too much of that on Earth Day.
Just like Jello.
So I went for the neck on him, and I said, "Hey, if you guys send us a box, I'll eat it live on the air." Not thinking that was going to work, and ladies and gentlemen, it fucking worked. So, their Twinkie or Hostess is sending us some Twinkies, and I'm either going to eat the whole box on air, like I said I was going to, or I'm going to try to like eat them as fast as I can. I don't know. I said I was going to like eat them as fast as I could, like a world record, but then I saw what's his face, Kobayashi, the like hot dog eating champion.
He eats everything.
Like he had like 14 of them in 1 minute on Wendy Williams' show.
How big are they? Like this big? No way.
They're big enough, baby, if you know what I mean. I don't know, but
what does he like? Dip them in water first and go?
No, you like take a sip of water and then put it in his mouth. I mean, like seriously, it was like sip, ding, done. Next sip, ding, done.
Yeah.
I mean, what you do with those things, and I know this from experience, sadly enough, is you like literally you put it in your mouth, you mash it against the top of your mouth with your tongue, and then just swallow it like a snake in one motion.
Good God.
So
that'll be fun to watch. Check that out, episode 28.
Or we will eat them leisurely throughout the show.
Probably that's what we're probably going to do.
A smarter idea for us.
Because we do record this in the morning, and we'll probably just be done for the rest of the day afterwards if we try that.
And nothing against Twinkies. I mean...
No. I mean, if yeah.
But...
My favorite quote comes from one of the guys that actually directed the video or produced the video.
I mean, there's like 4 guys, and all of a sudden we're like jumping, and they're like, "Hey guys, we did this video."
Matt, Joe, Jonathan, and some other guy.
And Hostess.
I don't know. My favorite quote comes from Joe Bartolucci. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Close enough.
Hopefully not. He says, what makes me laugh is we did the same damn thing for like 8 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Or he's like, by the way, Tay is an awesome person, total champ, thanks again. So I think for 8 weeks he was going, chocolate cream.
Yeah.
Like we were
for 8 minutes.
You cannot do that. And you can't listen to that and fucking not say that over and over again.
Totally. That's probably it for us today.
That's it.
We've pretty much had it with you guys, so we know you've had it with us 20 minutes ago. So, let's
do it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's do it up.
So, if you'd like to contact us and recommend a story, and we hope you do, you can suggest a story by emailing us at dads@8bitdad.com. And if you'd like to write for us or with us, then you can do so. And that's at contribute at 8bitdad.com.
There you go. You can like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/8bitdad.
You can follow us on Twitter.
There you go.
And that's twitter.com/8bitdads.
With an S. And you can also repin our shit on Pinterest, which is pinterest.com/8bitdads.
And join us on Google+, and that's gplus.to/8bitdad.
Yes.
So, that's it for this week.
Yes.
And I am Zach Rosenberg.
And I'm Brian Ferguson. Until next week, get at us, Hostess.
Yeah. Hit me up. Hit me up, dog. Actually, they have my address, so they're hitting.
Yeah, there you go. I can't believe we fucking did that again.
No shame. What?
Ran out of tape.
Well.
Oh well.
What are you going to do? We're idiots.